Alrighty, in this video we're going to take a look at accessing all of the personal math trainer activities. In our video here we'll take a look at second grade by clicking up here at the grade level 2. You'll see it here in the teal tile that is labeled Go Math California Personal Math Trainer. In clicking on this tile we have access to all of the personal math trainer activities on ThinkCentral. Now there are different routes we can go to be able to access them. I prefer to look at the course-based assignments option, and this is because of the fact that it lays out the way the book is organized by chapter, by lesson. So in doing so, I can access any of the chapters. For this example, we'll take a look at chapter 5, and you can see I have access to all of the activities in chapter 5. Notice at the very bottom of the chapter 5 you can see access to the pre-test and the post-test. These are in fact the actual chapter tests. Note they are slightly different than the paper pencil version because of the fact that they are auto-scored. Now if you look at any of the lessons you'll notice that there's a variety of activities for each lesson. I want to point this out. If you look at 5.1 you can see the share and show activity. You can also see 5.1, the break apart ones to add and subtract. Now I want to point this out, the difference between any time you see tests and quizzes in parentheses versus any time you see homework in parentheses. The difference being that on the tests and quizzes, all helps are removed. In the homework activities, you will get assistance such as show an additional example or step by step, depending upon the concept that the students may be working on. Now if you'd like to preview any of the assignments, go ahead and click on the actual words and you'll get a quick little preview of what the assignment may look like. I'm going to close this. Now, if you'd like to assign it, purely just click on the button that says Assign. It will ask you, do you want to modify this? In this case, we're just going to add the assignment as it currently stands. We've given the assignment a name. The default instructions are due. At this point, we're going to select the class and come all the way down. If you'd like to add all students in your class, go ahead and click the Add All button. And at the very bottom over here, you're going to see a couple different options. The Save button is imperative that you click this, but I'd like to point out as well that you have the option to add adaptive workflow. Now adaptive workflow really comes in two forms. If you select Yes, it gives you two options. You have the daily intervention and you have the personal study plan. If you're asking what is the difference between each of these, I'll briefly explain. The daily intervention plan is going to provide your students with different activities leading up to the assignment that you've assigned to ensure that students are ready to move on. In the personal study plan, your students will do the activity you've just assigned them. Based upon their score, if they struggle, they'll receive additional activities automatically from the computer or from ThinkCentral to work on the areas they may have difficulty with. This is probably my personal favorite, the personal study plan. Again, you do not need to. In clicking yes for the adaptive workflow, it becomes an option. Now it does default to the mastery threshold of 80%. You may change it if you'd see fit. I'm going to come down here to the save button and go ahead and click save and say yes, I want to save my changes. And we've just successfully accessed the personal math trainer assignments and added one activity for our class.